Today, Russian President Vladimir Putin spoke to a handful of reporters about the situation in Ukraine, and he believes it could warrant potential military action. For more on what he said, let's go to RT's Marina Kosareva.
Vladimir Putin reiterated what Russia has been saying from day one. No one's interested in starting a war with Ukraine or taking over a particular region for that matter. And also, Moscow's military drills making headlines around the world are nothing more than Western media hype.
As for the use of military force, there's no need for that at the moment. And the military drills that took place recently have nothing to do with the situation in Ukraine. We have this option, but it is an extreme measure. As for the legitimacy of it, President Yanukovich requested Russia to use military force to protect the lives and well-being of Ukrainians.
Neo-nationalists in Ukraine were empowered after Viktor Yanukovych gave in to the demands of the opposition and signed up for pretty much everything that they were looking to achieve. And in doing so, he gave them free reign of the country. And under these circumstances, Vladimir Putin said that it's understandable why the ousted leader ended up seeking refuge in Russia.
Yanukovych has practically given up his power. He has agreed to all the demands from the opposition. Snap presidential and parliamentary elections, he agreed to return to the 2004 constitution. He has followed our and Western requests not to use force. He hasn't issued any illegal orders. There are so many nationalists and radical extremists that are rampant on the streets of Ukraine. When we see these scenes, we understand why people in the east and south of Ukraine are so worried.
Many of these neo-nationalists are criminals and/or former prisoners, and they are quite dangerous and putting people's lives at risk there, and that's why they fear for their safety. Now, they've been storming government buildings and also threatening people that don't agree with their ideas, and this is something that no one and no country can afford to ignore.
Ukraine is in chaos right now. And it's not the first time our Western partners are messing with this country. Sometimes I get the feeling that across the ocean in America, there are scientists sitting in a lab experimenting with people as if they were guinea pigs, without realizing the consequences of their actions.
So while the Western world seems to be so preoccupied with making Russia look like an aggressor, perhaps what they should really be looking at is at who's really in charge in Ukraine right now, and take a look at their actions and their words.
That was RT's Marina Kosareva.